Shop at Majestic Supermarket for kind and courteous service. In addition to your grocery list, we also stock perfume and gift sets, household items, over-the-counter drugs, pet food and accessories, footwear, mini hardware items and much more. It's a one-stop shop. We accept TT cards, links and credit card. Visit us at the corner of Little Koma Road and Komodo Main Road, Komodo. Telephone contact 643-94104, Majestic Supermarket.
Welcome once again to our program, Journey of the Soul Towards a Structured World. Today, we are going to speak about 5 aspects of what is called self-sovereignty. Self means the soul, S-E-L-F, subtle energy, life force. And sovereignty means to be a master of the soul, to be someone who knows their faculties, who utilizes these faculties to be able to walk a path in your life where you know quietly you are becoming refined, a better person, and the impact of that in your relations and contacts with others, there is always a tinge, yes, a tinge of self-development in your feelings towards others, in your relationship connections with them. This is something that is truly needed at this time where there are so many ups and downs that smooth sailing is difficult. The reality of that, we see it all around us. And never think that people are bad. When you sit on that premise, respected friends, the thoughts, the attitude, the vision you create, they will be based on that foundation. People are not bad. The infections that affect us, that has taken up shop within the soul, after a while, like anything else, if something is repeated and repeated, you become good at it. So if you repeatedly speak things that are sometimes good and lots of times not so good, obviously the things that are not good will take precedence in the layers on your subconscious. That is common sense. So in terms of self-sovereignty, the first self-sovereignty means to be a master of the self. A lot of times we try to be a master of our body, but who manages the body? The soul. So the first tutelage, the first understanding is to manage who we are. The body is not the soul. The body is the vehicle of the soul. It is perishable. It will go. The soul will not go. The soul will live and continue in its journey. So it's important time and again to get the formula right. That's the journey of our lives. Making this, getting that, getting the other, those are good things, but the energies you put into it, it's important. Because whatever we do, whatever we speak, it comes back to us in the incredible drama of life. That is not an easy thing where you can just put your hand on the button. No, it doesn't work that way. The computer, so to speak, of the soul is vast. Yes, it is vast. So first of all, self-identity should be our first step inside of the routines of our lives, respected friends. What is self-identity? I am light. So many stars we see in the sky. The soul is a star, but it's a non-physical star. The soul is eternal. Whose child is the soul? Supreme Soul. Whenever things go wrong and people call out in whatever language, oh God, help me. Even feelings. Sometimes it doesn't come into words, but it comes into feelings. So who is calling to who? The child is calling to its parent. So self-identity allows us to begin to create confidence within ourselves, to become a master, to become a little more worthy, to become someone who has a true, quiet, silent, positive influence on others, even on nature. We see this in people who have created very beautiful natural surroundings. And sometimes we have to visit that place to feel the impact of nature itself. But the soul, respected friends, has an incredible nature. The soul has 36 virtues and 8 powers. And when we allow, consciously, subconsciously, things like jealousy, anger, greed, when they enter into the system of the soul, they are like infections, and infections weaken your immune system. So the goodness of being not just peaceful, but alert, respectful, responsive, these things begin to go at a low level when anger, arrogance, and the wrong consciousness, the number one culprit, yes, culprit here is the wrong identity that we have. We are not bodies with a soul. We are souls with a body. Body is the vehicle, it will last for some time, and then according to the drama of life, body will finish. So when we have the understanding and the awareness in our simple day-to-day interactions that I am a soul and this is my body. Who is saying my? The soul. So self-identity means we begin to practice on a regular basis, watering the seed of accurate awareness. It's important to recognize that we have a mind. I've said this in recent programs. Mind is like a factory line, constantly generating thoughts. Yes. The intellect is your main faculty, the main faculty of the soul. The intellect is what makes decisions. And when you have a powerful intellect, it means that one of the key value systems of the soul is the power of discernment. Discernment allows you to see the future impact, the present impact, and when the activity is done, spoken, whatever, you even have a vision of the past, what will happen as a consequence of. So it's important to recognize that don't just live. You are losing out, respected friends, if you just live. Yesterday has gone, it's history, but it's logged. It's logged in your memory, it's logged in the drama of life. Yes, each one of us are one of approximately 8 billion souls present here now. Every individual is important, but how many, maybe you can check them in your fingers and toes, how many people are aware of how important they are, how important your body is. Getting back to self-identity, we have a mind that generates thoughts. We have an intellect that manages the mind, meaning the type of thoughts we create. And then it forms into what is called our personality latencies or sanskaras, personality traits. So it's important to have a powerful intellect. The mind generates thoughts. So many things, so many thoughts, yes. Meditation is of vital importance in refining, in bringing fragrance, the missing fragrance of humanity and relationships now, the value-based systems of kindness, politeness, respect, regard, in a most mature and sensible way. Not because somebody is looking like this or they have this position, you have respect for them, and somebody looks ordinary and you say, well, too bad. No, there's nothing like too bad. In terms of people, we have to learn the art, once again, of knowing who we are. You can't be God's child one minute and the devil's child, so to speak, the next minute. No, then you are lost, really, really lost. So to be able to come back from that, we need to invest, just like study, just like a bank account, putting some money on a regular basis. We have to have an accumulation of what we lost. And the main thing here is peace. Peace should be a foundation of, I always mention, peace is not Joe Cool. No, that is not peace. That might be laziness. Peace is alertness. Peace is regard for others. Peace is the ability to calm people and calm situations by you exuding peace. So self-identity is your first call. The second call, self-identity, the soul is life. The second call is the faculties of the soul. We have a mind, we have an intellect, and we have a personality. The third faculty, so to speak, or the third step we should take is to begin to create routines that are beneficial for yourself. We all have routines. Even watching TV is a routine. And too much of anything, as the saying goes, is not good. So we need to be able to manage the structure, the activities, the things we do with our lives. How many of us really take good care of our health via the vehicle of diet and exercise? Don't answer that. Pay attention to that. So it's important to look within, and whatever responsibilities or the things you have to fulfill to earn your keep for family, whatever you may do, place your best feelings into the routines. When you enjoy what you do, that which you do becomes easy. And when something that is done on a regular basis, you become good at it, we say it has become your second nature. Meaning, upstairs you have it accurate. But life is also a marketing job. We can't live without people. And in business terms, life is a business. And in a business, there's profit, there's loss. You don't want your business to be neutral, where there is no profit, no loss. No. In terms of moving forward, we should be gaining profit. And that profit really is rediscovery. This is not physical things. You hear all these nice things at a funeral. You came alone or you came with nothing and you go back with nothing. That's fine. But it shouldn't be said in a funeral. It should be said every birthday you have. It should be said every prayer ceremony you have. It should be said every morning when we wake up. We should remind ourselves that we have an allotted task to perform in life. We have a commitment to be able to be a good person. So in terms of routines, when you create healthy routines for your body, you see the benefits of that. But body is body. Body is not soul. Body is body, soul is soul. Soul is master of the body. Body is perishable, soul is imperishable. Give this a little thought as we take a short break.
Shop at Majestic Supermarket for kind and courteous service. In addition to your grocery list, we also stock perfume and gift sets, household items, over-the-counter drugs, pet food and accessories, footwear, mini hardware items and much more. It's a one-stop shop. We accept TT cards, links and credit card. Visit us at the corner of Little Kora Road and Komoto Main Road, Komoto. Telephone contact 643-94104, Majestic Supermarket.
Welcome once again. Time and again, it is good to think about examples which you can connect to give you encouragement to empower yourself in the efforts of your journey. Spiritual effort doesn't cost money. It takes thinking, awareness, and internal job has to always be taking place. How to refine yourself. It is said when someone passes away, they are going to meet God or some great soul. Are you preparing yourself for that? Or is it just a routine like a tape recorder? You go to a funeral and say, okay, he has gone there. Wake up a little bit. Think about that. This is not an affront to the people who do those things. It's an opportunity for us to prepare, as the saying goes, for the great beyond. Because in spite of the great beyond, so to speak, the activities take place here, right here, on this beautiful place that is called planet Earth. So, in terms of what we are talking about today, self-identity, routines, faculties of the soul, the thought comes to mind about metals. Have you ever seen iron begin to rust? Because it has not been properly cared for, so to speak. You put up a gate, a burglar proof, whatever it is. If you don't wipe or care or take care of it, what happens? It begins to accumulate rust. Similarly, that rust, so to speak, it corrodes and destroys. Similarly, we begin to become susceptible to the rust and the corrosive effect of vices. When we expose ourselves, or we create, or we subscribe to, or we become authors and speakers of things that are wasteful. Where do you put waste? Waste paper basket. then you put it into a bag. Then the people who waste disposal, they come and they take it away. We don't keep waste, no. So similarly, wasteful thinking, we should slow down. Many times you have heard me say that we have 12 to 14 to 20,000 thoughts per day. Those are the statistics from the experts. Why are we thinking so much? Because we are accustomed thinking so much. So to break that routine, respected friends, meditation on a regular basis slows you down. And the more you slow down, the more quality, the more fragrant, the more solution-oriented thoughts will emerge from you. Have you ever seen many situations where sometimes you advise somebody, go and cool yourself a little bit, cool down. What does cool down mean? Take a shower? No. It really means ease up a little bit in the production line of thoughts. Look what happens when people get really angry. Light travels at 186,000 miles per second. Some people's thoughts, I think, when they're angry, it travels faster than that. And anger is an extremely destructive thing. It is not destructive, it's an extremely destructive thing. You destroy yourself within without being aware. You destroy the atmosphere around you and you destroy other people too. Simple thing that is called anger. We have the ability to step back. And when you step back, as the saying goes, you catch yourself. When you get angry, you destroy yourself. Anger is practically omnipresent in the world today. People get angry at the smallest thing. Look at driving on the road. Are people bad? No. Are people lost? Yes. You let it someone like a new car or some vehicle that goes fast, or you're on the right lane and somebody wants to come in and you're stopping them. What are those? Human relationships or animal relationships? Some animals are better than us. And this is not blaming anyone. This is the level of infection that some of us have. So to remove this infection, you don't have to wait till you die and some priest, Pandit, Imam has to say he was a good person. That is a lie. Don't misunderstand me here. We have to qualify ourselves, whether there is a priest or a Pandit or whoever it is present in our last rites or there is no rites. What happens when there are wars? The same thing happens. The soul leaves the body. Sometimes the conditions are not good at all. Because when people get into an accident, what happens? That's an extremely sorrowful thing. So to prevent all these happenings in the world, in our planet, in our country, in our homes, we have to plant powerful seeds of peace once again. The human soul, the human psyche, we exude energy. This is why people say when they get angry, hello, don't come near me. Why? That is the height of arrogance. And the next step is violence. Is that a good thing? No. The time to stop all of those things and the production line of such energy is not now. It has expired. We are living on expired goods right now. You know, sometimes you buy expired goods and the product is still okay for consumption. The state of arrogance now puts us, so to speak, with understanding, maturity and respect in an expired world. At all levels, all levels. So it is time for us to recognize that the world is in transition. Back to good old physics, the world cannot be created or destroyed, and souls are not created or destroyed. So a better world is 1 second away in terms of the genesis of creation. And whatever you do over a period of time, it impacts you and it impacts others. What is complicated about that? Selfish motives. If you begin to step back, this incredible thing called happiness is going to chase after you. Yes, we are embodiment of polite, good, respectable happiness. But you can't say a great part of that, we have not lost it. We are covered by the rust of devices. Dear friends, today's episode, take some time and see the rust inside you. and rust-proof yourself with meditation. When you have good rust-proofing, paint or whatever they do on metals, it doesn't get rust that easy. I'm sure you agree. When we get rusty inside, that is not good news, because that rust you sell to others, you market it to others in your attitude. So it's like you are infected with something, you are not aware, and you hear me say this term already, I put them in their place. You must never do that. When you put someone in their place and with arrogance and so, who is going to be the final recipient of the reaction of that? You. Then you will say, I am bad lucky, or God is punishing me, and those kind of foolish statements. Think a little bit and don't resort to making statements like that. Create your good luck, so to speak, by locking, when you lock something, your intellect with God the Supreme. God is light, we are light. Simple. Sun, stars. That is not complicated. Put this routine in place and become, today's topic, a self-sovereign, a master of the self. The details of life are the details of life, but the master of the action, the doer, is us. Play your part, because you only have a limited time. How much? 40, 50, 60, 80 years? How many people live to 100 years? So it's important to be able to plant the seeds of purity, peace, happiness, love on a regular basis. So let us create a routine now, respectfully, with the hope, with the feeling that we will do this every morning. Make some time, 10 minutes. The average student of the Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual University, they would wake up an hour, even an hour and a half before normal waking up time. And you sit in silence. That is health galore, spiritual and physical. So let us sit now in silence and begin this beautiful journey of reinstalling godly fragrance within the heart of the soul, our deepest feelings. Sit comfortably, be relaxed. Focus all your energies in the middle of the forehead, between the eyebrows. This is called the throne of the soul. Control center, and the soul is the master. I am light. My true nature is divinity, love and kindness. In one moment, I travel beyond this world, up above, into the realm of golden red light, the soul's world, the Brahm element, a soundless world, a silent world. As a spiritual star, I am in the presence of the ever pure, merciful, Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. In silence, I become His instrumental child. As His love passes through me and through my eyes, I send light energy to this world way down below, to family, to friends, to country, to world. Just light. The company of God is blessed, unlimited, and so full of love, peace, and happiness. Stay in this awareness for a few moments every day. Om Shanti. And thank you very much.
Shop at Majestic Supermarket for kind and courteous service. In addition to your grocery list, we also stock perfume and gift sets, household items, over-the-counter drugs, pet food and accessories, footwear, mini hardware items, and much more. It's a one-stop shop. We accept TT cards, links, and credit card. Visit us at the corner of Little Koma Road and Komodo Main Road, Komodo. Telephone contact 643-94104, Majestic Supermarket.